Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Chris. I'm by you checking in, man. Dizaster versus Iron Solomon dropped on King of the Dot. Yo, how crazy was this battle, man? This battle was crazy. If you know the backstory of these two and how they was, trying to battle back in the day and it never happened, to living up to the hype of being a main event and having a dope battle. This battle was crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? This battle was definitely crazy. If you don't like Dizaster in this battle, you may have never been a Diz fan, because this is one of his best performances. I ranked this performance up here with DNA, which was previously his best. This battle was right up there with that. As far as Iron Solomon, the same. A lot of people gave him a lot of slack for the Mook battle. Yeah, he was whack. 5 rounds was way too much. I don't know if he was intimidated. I don't know if he really didn't want to battle Mook. I don't know if he was just getting a paycheck. I don't know, but it wasn't the Iron Solomon that I grew up watching. You know what I'm saying? So this Iron Solomon, since he came back, he battled Daylight, and now he's battled Diz. Iron Solomon is back, man. It was a good battle. And Dizaster, it's been a lot of people hating on Dizaster, including myself. Yeah, I think he was on my stock drop list for like 2 years straight. Maybe 2013, 2014, or 2014, 2015. He might have been on my stock drop list for 2 years straight. But he's back, dog. He is definitely back. He battled Jonah. He battled dressed up like he was battling Erg. He battled dumbfounded. I mean, let's keep it real, man. If you like Dizaster, Dizaster is back. And this battle was no different, man. Crazy, crazy battle. No, they ain't hold no punches. A lot of disrespect. So let's just get into it, man. Round 1, Dizaster comes out on fire, talking about how Iron Solomon is past his prime. How he should have never took no time off. He didn't care about the craft. He had a lot of Holocaust bars, a lot of Anne Frank bars, who was a Jew that was in the Holocaust, who went into hiding and all that shit. He had a lot of Jew, Arab jokes. He even got disrespectful with the tsunami, talking about, not the tsunami, but the fucking Katrina shit. How he was talking about how Iron should move to New Orleans because he's washed up. He should be chilling with the Katrina victims. I mean, he didn't hold no punches in round 1.
I am Hitler, the real Heimler Kimmler. Zip Heil to your wife and sister. You've been on 2 lists your whole life. Mine and Schindler's, yeah. The first time I said battle me, I asked you to battle me the first time. I asked you to battle me the first time, you said no. The second time, you said no. If you would have flaked this time, it would have been your 3rd Reich in a row. I said I was thinking. Got knowledge in them. Darwinism, Charles Dickens versus non-fiction, DNA, mama level autism, plus your father scripted all the Oscar the Groucho shit for Sesame Street, so now I know where you inherit all your garbage writtens. Yeah, you fell off. You gotta admit it. You should have moved to New Orleans and got an apartment to live in with a bunch of tsunami victims so you can share stories all day about how you're washed up with them. Yeah.
Gave you a crazy first round, man. He even got so hyped, he was even saying nigga. You know, everybody was hitting me up on Twitter, asking me what I thought about it.
Now look where your life's at, nigga.
To be real, man, we as people, we empower words. We make words what they are. You know what I'm saying? And when I look at the word nigga, do I like Dizaster saying it? No. You know what I'm saying? I heard Big K say it on Angry Fan Radio one time. I've been around Cortez, and Cortez has said it. You know what I'm saying? So it just, what this means in this battle is this is how these people talk in their private lives. You know what I'm saying? Diz hang around with Crack City, hang around with a lot of brothers. I'm pretty sure he uses that word. What I'm more concerned with is when people use nigger with the ER. You know what I'm saying? That's when I feel like you taking it to another level and it may be racial. The term nigga, we actually made nigga cool. You know what I'm saying? We as people, we empower words. So I never took it as a bad thing, or I didn't feel any type of way or whatever. I wouldn't really want Dizaster just running around a bunch of battles saying it, but I didn't feel no type of way, and I felt like he had a dope round 1. Iron Solomon came back in the first round. He started off kind of slow in my opinion. He started talking about how Dizaster sounds like Eminem, how he stole somebody else's style. It wasn't really his style. He says a lot of words fast and with a lot of aggression to hide from the fact that he don't really be saying shit. He took that angle in the second round, but because I felt like he started off slow, I definitely got Dizaster winning the first round. Round 2, Dizaster comes back. He has a crazy rebuttal to start the the second round, man, which was definitely dope. He had a nice little Allen Iverson scheme about if Iron Solomon had practiced, he would have been one of the best, and that's why he's not where he's at in his career. Similar to Allen Iverson, I thought that was dope. The Nash line, which was playing out the Sue Surf, Earn and Nash, that shit was nice. A Holocaust bar he had about how, he wasn't supposed to be here. They really wanted to set up Hollow the Don, but they couldn't pay with Holocaust. He had a nice little second round, man. I can't really front, though. He definitely came back spazzing in the second round as well.
But anyways, how's that studio going, though? You recording still? Bro, you're ill. Still working towards that recording deal? You'll make it. I know you will.
Solomon comes back in round 2. He has a crazy beginning that kind of ends with a Kanye West, Amber Rose finger in your booty line, which was a play off what went on with Twitter between Kanye West and Amber Rose. So that was a dope way to start the round. He had a line where he was talking about how Diz has been on like 52 or 53 cards, but he's only known for one deck, playing off the Math Hoffa punch.
I mean, you pack 60 seconds with enough bars for a 4-minute round, and you make it work. It's this crazy blur of rhyming schemes and hateful words that you vomit out your mouth like you're trying to feed a baby bird. At some point, you got a diss line for me, or maybe crowd reaction distraction. He shouts, "Faggot!" and a bunch of racial slurs. Just hoeing and yapping when you're supposed to be rapping, acting like you got ovaries and overreacting, so we can just guess what's next. From slugfest to gun threats, this chump went from throwing temper tantrums to throwing upsets. Choked out Billy, now he feels he's a roughneck. Been on 52 cards, got more attention from one deck. Looking like...
He had a pita bread scheme, which was dope. He was also he had a bowling scheme, which was crazy, talking about how Dizaster tries to act gutter, but he only does it when he's bold and he's on the West Coast or whatever, and he's around his Crack City crew. He had a lot of real life shit, how Dizaster is not really like he is in these battles, where he's just Mr. Gangster, hitting niggas in battles and shit. Really, he's just a regular dude that only acts this way when he was around his Crack City people. Yo, he was talking to him in the second round, man, but I edged the second round to Dizaster. Diz comes back in round 3 as the Gary Coleman different strokes line, which was also nice. He had an iron element scheme where he was talking about the periodic table and the elements. He was disrespectful again, talking about choking you, kind of like playing off Eric Garner, and we all know what happened with him when he was choked out by the police and ended up dying. He was trying to say you'll get choked out by these same arms. So, for people that really was still mourning over the whole Eric Garner shit, Dizaster didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? He really went there with a lot of shit in the third, playing like Hitler, putting on the mustache. I heard he was going to even come to the building in a damn Hitler suit. I don't know what happened with that. So he started rapping like Hitler or whatever. Kind of lost me at the end, though, when he started doing the Hitler angle or whatever. I felt like he had a good third round, but the Hitler shit at the end, a little drawn out, and he kind of lost me a little bit, as far as rapping in the other language or whatever. So, but still a solid round for Dizaster in round 3. Iron Solomon third round, classic. His third round, one of the best third rounds I heard in a while, man. You know what I'm saying? He really broke Dizaster down in the third round. He started talking about their grind time beef, or a supposed beef. Was it really a beef, or was it just Diz being jealous or whatever? He talked about how he's from the East Coast, from New York, and Dizaster's from the West, aka the Fresh Coast, and how the word fresh came from New York, and how Dizaster hates the East Coast, but always trying to rap like them, doing gun bars, trying to look up, battle on smack and all this kind of stuff, and do all the stuff that the East Coast people do when all he has to do was be himself and be on the West Coast. He talked about how he compared battle rap to like his girl, you know what I'm saying? Saying that he left battle rap and he left her in the hands of a nigga who isn't, a dude who isn't fucking her right. Basically saying Dizaster took over where he left off, and the girl, which is battle rap, he isn't fucking her right, meaning he isn't doing what he needs to do in battle rap. And since he left, it's his fault that Dizaster is the way he is now, because he opened the doors for Dizaster, and basically said that he didn't really take a break. He was on maternity leave.
I hate you, but it's my fault, because I stepped out of this ring and turned my queen to my ex-wifey. And I prayed her new suitor would be a king who was just like me. I walked away from this woman who was the love of my life, and I can't stand that her new man just ain't fucking her right. See, See, when you were still trying to see her through the bottom tier in the future where battle rap was not as clear, I was here, been a pioneer the entirety of my career. I made this backpack shit take off. I'm the Rocketeer. I spelled out this path to give y'all some direction, put myself on the map so you could follow the legend. What I deserve, I achieved with just a verse and a beat. I didn't work for a fee, and what I earned wasn't free. Went on a murdering spree, hit every curb in the street. When it was 30 degrees, I was still burning MCs. In terms of this league, my words and my schemes are the birds and the bees, the sperm and the seeds. What emerged was this league. So you're the MC. You are because you were birthed from my breed. I didn't quit and come back. I took maternity leave.
Which was crazy. I gave Iron Solomon the 3rd round, and that's how I got the battle, man. You know what I'm saying? I got Dizaster edge in the battle. I can't be mad if you pick Iron, though. His rounds were more structured, if you want to keep it real. If you don't ever like the disrespect, you don't like the Arab, you don't like the Jew angle, you don't like them talking about all that stuff, and you just want someone who rounds were more structured, Iron Solomon rounds were more structured. But I kind of like the disrespect. I like the different things that he tried and did in the battle, and I like the aggression that Dizaster had. So I got him edging the battle, and what was one of the best battles I've seen Dizaster have this year, and Iron Solomon. So salute to both of these two dudes. And I don't know what's next for them, man. I'm hearing maybe one of these dudes may be on the King of the Dot Massacre 2 card, but I don't know for sure. Maybe Iron Solomon might be on that, maybe not. Dizaster is acting like he want to battle Lux. I saw some tweets out there where he's saying he would love to battle Lux on King of the Dot. I don't know if that will ever happen. You know what I'm saying? I can't really see Lux just going to the West Coast or going to Toronto and battling. I think he really wants to battle Verb or Goods or whoever he is he want to battle. And probably battle on the East Coast, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really see him going to King of the Dot. But it's good wishful thinking, and who knows, maybe money talks, man. If Drake signed one of them paychecks and want to bring him out to Toronto, maybe we can make that happen. But other than that, 2-1 Dizaster. I'm biased for you. I'll let your boy.